Iran has launched a barrage of missiles at Israel.
Iran has launched a barrage of missiles towards Israel.
The largest ballistic missile attack in history.
Tensions have been boiling beneath the surface for decades, but now the unthinkable has happened. A sudden and devastating attack by Iran on Israel has shaken the world to its core. What could have triggered this act of aggression? And how far will this conflict go? Stay with us as we dive deep into the shocking details of this unfolding crisis. The story of Iran and Israel is not just about two nations. It's a clash of ideologies, power, and influence. Iran, with its Shia Muslim majority, views Israel as a threat to its vision of the Middle East, while Israel, backed by Western powers, sees Iran's growing military presence as a ticking time bomb. For years, they've waged a proxy war in the shadows, but now the conflict has exploded into open confrontation. The timing of this attack is no coincidence. Rising tensions over Iran's nuclear ambitions and Israel's covert operations have brought the situation to a boiling point. But why now? Was there a hidden trigger, or is this part of a larger strategy? Iran's leaders claim retaliation for years of Israeli meddling in Syria, Lebanon, and Gaza, but some analysts believe there's more to this story, a deeper, darker plan at play. In the dead of night, missiles rained down on Israel. The Iron Dome, Israel's legendary defense system, lit up the sky as it intercepted wave after wave of attacks. But not everything could be stopped. Strategic military and civilian targets were hit, leaving destruction and chaos in their wake. Civilians huddled in bomb shelters, unsure if this was the beginning of something even worse. Iran justified the assault, saying it was payback for Israel's actions in the region. But was this truly about defense, or is Iran using this conflict to further its own ambitions? The attack has diverted attention from growing unrest within Iran's own borders. Could this be a distraction, a calculated move to rally its people around a common enemy? Israel didn't wait long to respond. Within hours, their fighter jets were in the air targeting Iranian forces in Syria and Lebanon. Israel's prime minister issued a chilling warning: "We will defend ourselves at all costs." As the skies filled with smoke and fire, the world held its breath. Would this conflict spiral into a full-blown war that engulfs the entire region? Allies have quickly taken sides. Iran, supported by groups like Hezbollah and quietly backed by Russia, faces off against Israel, which has the full support of the United States and other Western nations. This is no longer just a local skirmish. The involvement of these global powers has made the stakes terrifyingly high. One wrong move could set off a chain reaction, dragging more countries into the conflict. The international community is scrambling to de-escalate the situation, but peace seems like a distant dream. World leaders are calling for restraint. Yet behind closed doors, military forces are mobilizing. The United Nations is urging both sides to step back, but the flames of war are burning too hot for diplomacy to cool them down, at least for now. As always, the ones who suffer most are the civilians. Innocent lives are caught in the crossfire as both nations dig in. In Iran, families watch anxiously as the situation spirals out of control. In Israel, parents pull their children close, wondering if the next siren will be the last warning they hear. The humanitarian crisis is growing, and with no end in sight, the fear of what's to come is palpable. Where will this end? Is this just the beginning of a conflict that will reshape the entire Middle East? Or can cooler heads prevail before things go too far? Political analysts warn that time is running out for a peaceful solution. As Iran and Israel prepare for the next round of attacks, the window for diplomacy is rapidly closing. Is there any hope left? Despite the escalating violence, some voices still call for peace, urging both nations to step back from the brink. But with emotions running high and both sides determined not to back down, the path to reconciliation seems fraught with danger. The next few days could be crucial in deciding the future of this already volatile region. The situation is unfolding rapidly, and every hour brings new developments. Could this conflict spiral into a regional war, or is there a chance for peace before it's too late? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay informed on this evolving crisis. The world is watching and waiting.